week. Bill Browder. The reason Bill Browder is just like I'd like to make him my loser every week. But here's the bottom line: why he's the loser of the week, because a movie called The Magnitsky Act, behind the scenes, that Bill Browder et al. Has been able to suppress for so long, is now available on Vimeo, and anybody can go on there and for a nominal fee. And I think it's fair because those people put a lot of time and money into making that. And me as a journalist, when you do things and you spend your time and money, you have a right to be reimbursed.
It's
for
about
it.
$10.
It's about $10.
Yeah.
That's
And I'm about to tweet it out. We'll get Eric and company to tweet
Have
it
you
out.
bought popcorn in a movie theater lately?
It is.
It's $10 for popcorn.
I mean,
$10
I've
for
never
popcorn.
had.
You
I
take
don't
a
know.
couple of kids to a movie. They get a popcorn and a drink. It's like $12.50 each. You take a couple of kids to a movie, it's going to cost you $50, $60.
It's going to cost you some. It's going to cost
So
you
here's
some
what I'm
money.
saying: get some Jiffy Pop and rent this film.
Exactly.
You're making money at that point.
I'm going to tweet it out now, and that is behind the Magnitsky Act, behind the scenes. It's an important film, and there are a lot of people who honestly believe Bill Browder's story because they don't know. He tells the story. Everything on the news says it's
The
true.
other thing I'll say for people is you've seen the film Garland.
Yes, I have.
Oh, I
That's a
haven't
film
yet.
they put some money into. This is a really produced. This is not just a documentary with talking heads that you can do cheaply. There's reenactments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's full scenes, some movie. There's a lot of production value in the movie,
I seen the trailer.
and you got to see the movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to see it definitely, and it's funny because my winner and loser kind of runs up to his. So
Well, no, same here.
you know,
Did you say yours already?
No, I'm going to say it kind of runs up on
Okay.
his because my winner is the filmmakers of the Magnitsky Acts because they actually I like how the way they did it, right? They
Under the cross-off, yeah. By the way, that's my winner too. So I'll
There
just
is
say
there winner
that.
too? Okay, good. So
Same thing.
okay, so the reason why I like how the way they did it is because they sent out personal copies to the journalists, to the politicians, and things like that, but they didn't actually put it out. I think that they knew somebody was going to leak it. I think that was their strategy, that somebody was definitely going to leak it. So once it got leaked, it's already out there. So that was kind of like a runoff for them to come.
That was not their strategy.
I said to me, it looks like that
Yeah,
could have been their
It
strategy.
worked out that way, but they wanted to. They have, because of the budget, they had people invest money in the film.
Oh, yeah, they did.
They
They
gotta make
did.
that back.
And so they got to make it back, and they have licensing agreements. So
Right.
I think that they want people to see the film,
They wanted people to see.
but they needed it. They had to shut down anybody doing it illegally because they have investors.
That is true, but like they were saying before, it's almost impossible to stop that type of piracy because once somebody gets a
No,
copy,
it is, yeah.
they get a copy and that's it. So that's my winner, and I'm
I'll
definitely
put it
going
like
to check
this:
it out.
if you watch the film illegally, just go rent it this weekend. Why there? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
why
saw
not?
the film already. Throw in, and help Andre be able to make more films like this. Here's what's interesting
Awesome.
about the film: if you just watch the first half hour,
Mm-hmm.
it's presenting Bill Browder's story.
Right.
So you can't watch just the first half hour because you go, this Browder guy seems great.
Yeah, they get you, and
He
this is
seems
based
like-
on a true
He
story
seems like a real hero. This
from a
guy.
pile of lies.
Then it all switches. When Andre starts to figure out what actually happened, the whole movie switches after that. But if you just watch the first half hour, you go, well, Bill Browder, he's pretty cool.
What's
did.
really damning
Exactly.
about that documentary, and I've never seen anything like this, and this is the dynamic that makes that documentary so powerful. The guy, Andrei Nekrasov, who was making this documentary, believed Bill Browder.
Yep.
He was making this
yeah.
documentary to support Bill Browder's argument about the Magnitsky Act. So he starts making the document. Bill Browder's part of the document. He's interviewing. So they're making this documentary about Bill Browder's story to support it. Halfway through the documentary, just by making it, he realizes this stuff don't make sense. And he
Well,
sits Bill
that's
Browder
crazy.
down and he starts to ask Bill Browder, Bill, your story ain't working out. And he does that because he was confused and he wanted Bill to
get
clear
clarity.
things up.
He
And
wanted to
he's
get
like,
clarity.
hey, Bill Browder, your story, I'm paraphrasing, doesn't make sense. What about this, this, and this? Bill Browder looks all scared, jumps up, says, you'll have to talk to my lawyers after he has been cooperating the whole time and runs out of the room. So the powerful part of this document is how can you say it's some kind of a hit piece when the person making the document believed them until
That's
he started
true.
investigating?
Definitely.
It's amazing, and I will say this too. This is a new must-watch for every U.S. senator. This is only a matter of time before the American people figure it out. The first person to start throwing Bill Browder under the bus he belongs under, because he's been lying, and he lied to Congress repeatedly.
He's a
The
liar.
first person to throw him under the bus is the smartest person in the Senate. The
Right.
last person to turn off the lights in the Bill Browder story. I'm looking at you, Lindsey Graham. I'm looking at you, Ben Cardin. The last person to turn off the lights is going to look very stupid. We got more coming up. Fault Lines with Nixon and Stranahan.